Time to get our fill of farm news. Let's check in with Bob Bosold over at Wax.
Well, good morning. I think the DNR can lower the fire danger levels just a bit after
Yes.
the last couple of days. It's good to see. Boy, I'll tell you, if we get some warm weather now, things are really going to turn green.
That's well, my lawn, like I said last weekend, was like this long.
You're going to have to mow again, Bob.
Yeah, I'm going to have to mow again this weekend.
I know it. I got mine mowed just 2 days ago before the rain started, so I'm sure mine looks pretty good. So
Yes.
I'm good for a day or two, but I'm sure it won't be long. Well, let's take a look at what's going on in the world of agriculture on this Wednesday morning, shall we? American farmers, represented by major commodity organizations, are calling on President Donald Trump for help as Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Health and Human Services Agency gets ready to release its Make America Healthy Again Commission report on the status of the American food system. Leaders of those organizations said they've tried to work with the HHS Commission to give them factual information about the American food system, but they say they have heard disturbing accounts that report may suggest U.S. farmers are harming Americans through their production practices and, we quote, creating food that is destroying our bodies and leading to a chronic disease crisis, unquote. Such a conclusion, the group say, would not be based on any scientific evidence and would also counter decades of findings from agencies like the Environmental Protection Agency. The farm groups are urging the president to make sure that report is based on sound science and evidence rather than just claims and opinions. Well, this year's corn crop isn't all planted yet around the country, but it's getting awfully close. By this past Sunday, farmers around the country had 78% of their corn planted, about 11 days ahead of last year. Iowa is the leading state. They've got about 91% of their corn planted. That's in the Corn Belt. Texas, Louisiana, of course, they start in February. But Illinois is lagging behind this year. They've only got about 58% of their corn in the ground. Now, this week's crop progress report, also shows 58% of that corn also has already emerged. That's 12 days ahead of last year. Farmers are also ahead with their soybean plantings. 66% of their beans are in. That's 16% ahead. And the last year's progress and 13% ahead of the 5-year average. Wisconsin farmers are also well ahead of last year as they got the spring planting in. Corn now, 73% of the corn in, 66% of the soybeans have been planted. The report also shows state farmers have 82% of their oats seeded. They planted 84% of the fall potato crop, put up 5% of their first crop hay already, and finished 86% of their spring tillage. And as for soil moisture conditions, not much change this week. It's rated 79% adequate to surplus, 17% short, and 4% very short. And you know, with these rains the last couple of days, that's going to go up significantly. And May is beef month, and tomorrow afternoon, the Eau Claire County Farm Bureau is putting on their second annual Beef Night Out, and that'll be down at Off the Rails Meat in Augusta. Now, there will be a beef cutting demonstration starting at 3 o'clock and a beef barbecue from 4 until 7, burgers and a beef plate. Oh, it sounds good. Everyone is invited tomorrow down at Off the Rail Meats in Augusta. Let's go to the market board. And the markets were higher yesterday thanks to an increase in the wheat market. Corn was up, as well beans. Overnight, though, July corn was unchanged from yesterday's close at $4.54 the wheat up a fraction, and July soybeans up 4 cents, sitting at $10.57 a bushel this morning. Dairy markets were mixed yesterday. That barrel cheese price, 183.5, was down 2 cents. Blocks were up 1/4 cent. The butter was unchanged. Class 3 futures, both May and June, were down 7 cents, as June did drop below $19 yesterday, and July was up 3 at $19.03 as those Class 3 prices were mixed out through January. So that's where we are this morning. The convertible stays in the crop, and hopefully the windshield wipers work.
Yeah, one more chilly, rainy day before it'll warm up slightly.
But it looks like it's going to be nice for the Memorial Day parade, so that's good.
Oh, that's a,
Yeah.
Is that a convertible morning?
If the weather's good enough, it will.
Okay.
It's been there a lot. Have a good one, you guys.
You
Stay
too,
by.
Bob.
From the Institute of Lake Superior Geology at Big Falls County Park.